The 10-day countdown has begun for Seattle and California. In 10 days, we are going to arrive to do our training camps that we do every year in Seattle and California. These training camps are for serious ballers only, players that are serious about their development. Link below to sign up. We have a couple of spots left. Yes guys, today is an advanced passing drill that you can do in a small group or team training. Let's get into today's video. This one is a difficult one, so watch carefully. Here I am demoing the drill. This is your setup. All you need is cones. You set the drill up in a diamond. Now the distance that you want to create is totally up to you as a coach or as a player if you're doing this as a player as well. We're going to jump straight into a difficult one where you have two balls going at the same time. Here I'm just explaining that the drill is so important about body position than it is what we do with the ball. So obviously what we do with the ball is important, but in order for this drill to flow and be consistent, your body shape is really important. There's a couple of progressions that you can do with this drill. You can obviously flip it and go both ways where they're receiving with both feet, but let's see how this goes. These are good players before we progress it to the harder one. So this one's more for the coaches on YouTube. With my setup, I always make sure that I've got spare balls. As you can see right now, a mistake has just happened. It's important as a coach to keep it flowing. Don't stop it. Let them get straight back into it because repetition is key. The other thing I want to talk about is we've obviously got 5 players, which means 2 players are on one station. Make sure as a coach, or if you're doing this drill, mix up those 2 players and send them to different stations so you haven't got the same players working in a 2 all the time because it's less repetition for them. So as you can see here, I told Yorksy, who is in yellow, to go to a different grid, which then leaves Rocky on his own so he can get a little bit more repetition. Depending on the level of players you're working with, this is also a simple progression that you can do if you have 5 players. Just go to one ball and it's just a pass and follow. So then that way you're also utilizing that extra player. Great little drill, but that one's really easy. So I'm going to keep this one short and move into the hard one. Let's go. Right, moving on to a difficult drill. So keeping your diamond setup. Here I am on the screen, just about to demo it to the boys. The player at the bottom, which is me right now with the iPad behind, that player will constantly stay. And to get this drill going, I highly suggest that you put a good technical baller there to keep this drill flowing. So this drill has got a bit of everything. The iPad is there to work on awareness, and the players at the top will constantly rotate and the player at the bottom will stay where they are. So let's talk about it. Once the player at the top gets the ball out of their feet, there's lots of different ways you can do this drill, but they play the bottom player. If the bottom player comes out on the right hand side, that was a bad pass by me, then that means that the players that are working will rotate and come out on the left hand side. So it's literally down to the movement of the bottom player, which will actually determine where the top player is going to go. So I've gone on the right hand side again, which now means Aiden, the player in red, will peel off on the left side. And let's talk about the passing pattern. So it is a difficult drill, especially for the player at the bottom. So again, I've come out on the same side. We do a bounce in the middle of the diamond. I shift across the other way. And now we do 2 bounces to allow that player to open out, scan, and then turn and open up and play to the top player again. A couple of coaching points that you need to think about with this drill is your weight of pass, especially for the bottom player because they're mainly always on one touch. You can see there that the ball's bobbling a little bit. You want to avoid the ball bobbling as much as possible in this drill because that's when mistakes happen. So connection in the middle of the ball with every single pass is key. And again, like especially for the player at the bottom, they play a massive, massive part. The last thing I want to talk about, which is so important in this drill, is the weight of pass. As a player, you need to understand when we should play it hard and when we should play it soft. So right now, when they bounce it soft and I know they're going to turn, I'm playing that pass a lot firmer because we obviously want to play quick, just like they do at the top level. So to go through it, soft pass here, soft pass there, soft pass again or medium pass, and then when they have that time to turn, we want to play that a little bit harder. Hopefully you understand that in slow motion. Here is a little Instagram/TikTok reel that we managed to do on the drone. It obviously wasn't in the right format, but the boys were on fire. So enjoy this one. Bounce. Time you run eight up, underneath, set, play, Rocks, good, well recovered, yes, underneath Roxy, underneath Johnny, now, touch, play, eyes up you Tommy, away from these poles kid, away from the poles, good, fire, 1, 2, good York, 3, 4, 5, well recovered, 6, 7, good. 3, bounce, underneath Ado, underneath Tommy, underneath, yes, underneath, play, set, move it to Johnny, good, underneath Johnny, set, we're on fire, play, keep it up, roll, underneath, Ado, good, woo, yeah, underneath, Tommy Dodd, underneath. Woo! Play, don't make a mistake. Underneath. Play. Play. You're on fire, you're the guy. Yes! Don't make a mistake. Yes! Come on! Fire! Yes guys, welcome back to the Joner Football app. Get after him. Oh great touch,